हेलो फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स अवर डिस्कस ऑफ एनटीए मॉक टेस्ट 90। बात करते हैं यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट की। प्लाज्मोलिसिस अकर्स ड्यू टू एक्जॉस्मोसिस। क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकंड, द टैक्सोनॉमिकल ऐड key used for the identifications of plant and animals is based on contrasting characters generally in a pair called couplet. Question number third, which of the following is not a source of the restrictions endonuclease? Endoamoeba historicus, no, but Arthrobacter luteus, Escherichia coli, Haemophilus influenzae are related. Question number 4. Certain stage of Plasmodium vivax may survive for a long period in the life of man as dominant stage, and on reactivations enter into one of the following cycles: erythrocytes, schizogony. Question number 5. The disease sickle cell anemia is caused by the substitutions of glutamic acid. उसके बाद फिर वैलीन, उसके बाद फिर 6 positions of the beta globin chains of the hemoglobin molecules. Which of the following is correctly fills? Question number 6. ऑपरेरॉन के लिए लैक ऑपरेरॉन के लिए कौन सा स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है? ईच ऑपरेरॉन हैज़ इट्स स्पेसिफिक operator and specific repressors, correct है? The Y gene codes for permease, which increases the permeability of the cell to beta galactosidase, okay, correct है? फिर regulations of lac operon can be visualized as regulations of enzyme synthesis by its substrate, ये भी correct है. Question number 7. Superovulations and embryo transplantations are meant for improving livestock. Question number 8. A patient brought to a hospital with myocardial infarctions is immediately given streptokinase. Question number 9. Chemical evolutions in origins of life was experimentally proved by Miller. Question number 10. Which of the following is true with respect to Bt toxins? The inactive protoxins gets activated into active toxins in the insect's gut. Question number 11. Non-polluted water will have a dead organic content amounting to 10 mg per liter. Binary fissions is a type of asexual reproduction. Question number 13. Which of the following method for contraception is effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months following parturitions? Lactational amenorrhea. Question number 14. इसमें करेक्ट मैच करना है किसके साथ? क्लिस्टोगैमी की बात करते हो, क्लिस्टोगैमी इज बर्ड पॉलिनेशन, ओके, बर्ड पॉलिनेशन. फिर जीटोनोगैमी, pollinations between flowers, same plant, flowering in same plant, okay. फिर एंटमीबा हिस्टोरेटिका, इंसेक्ट पॉलिनेशन. फिर जीनोगैमी की बात करते हैं, जीनोगैमी इज आल्सो क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. क्वेश्चन 15. एन इकोसिस्टम resists change because it is in a state of homeostasis. Question number 16. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Okay, more than 70% of the all species are animals. फिर B की बात करते हैं, amphibian species are more diverse in the eastern Ghats than in the western Ghats. Okay, this is not for correct. Lichens are less diverse than algae. Number of fungal species in the world is more than the combined total fish, amphibians, reptiles and mammals. Question number 17. Vast differentia are lined by motile cilia. Correct है. The failure in descent of testis is called cryptorchidism. Question number 18. Which one of the following is correct sequence of tissues is present in the dichotostems during secondary growth, primary cortex, secondary cortex, and phloem and cork? Question was 19. Sulfur bacteria, thiobacillus thiooxidans. Okay. फिर role of oxidation element sulfur. Nitrogen fixing bacteria, nitrobacter oxidation nitrates. Okay. फिर iron bacterium thiobacillus oxidase. No. Hydrogen bacterium hydrogenomonas on oxidations of H2. Question number 20. Which of the following is the correct with respect to the functions of renin degradations of angiotensinogen? Question number 21. An X aggregated curve of which part of the vertebral column causes kyphosis thoracic? Question number 22. Haustoria produced by Astriga are connected to only xylem of the host. Question number 23. Match of the following and choose the correct options. एडिपोज टिश्यू फैट स्टोरेज के लिए, फिर स्ट्रेटिफाइड इपिथेलियम स्किन के लिए, फिर हाइलिन कार्टिलेज नोज के लिए, फिर फ्लूइड कनेक्टिव टिश्यू की बात करें तो ब्लड। क्वेश्चन 24. कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. A marathon runner is likely to show reduced heart rate, enlarged heart. Okay, फिर उसके बाद decreased arterial blood pressure. Question number 25. Markensia polymorpha. Okay, is dioecious process anthridiospores and archegoniospores like food and cetisospore? No. Question 26. Gibberellins is obtained from Gibberella fujikuroi. Question 27. Which of the following structures is not found in prokaryotic cells? Nuclear envelopes? No. Ribosome, mesosomes, plasma membrane is found. Question 28. Select the incorrect statement. Okay. उसके बाद फिर atmospheric CO2 is not limited factor for C4 plants and submerged hydrophytes. Okay, correct. Dark reactions is less affected by temperatures as compared to light reactions. Okay, but DCMU and monuron inhibit the photosynthesis by blocking electrons flow between P to 680 and PQ. Okay, but CO2 saturation point for C3 plants is 360 microliter per liter. Okay, ये correct है. Question number 29. Pick the incorrect match. Okay, incorrect. Abyssal regions light compensation no, but otherwise is correct. Question number 30. Osteomalacia is a disease caused by the deficiency of calciferol. Question number 31. An increase in the P50 of an oxyhemoglobin curve would result from the decrease in pH. Question number 32. Zero through the statement. Okay, we go through the following statements. In B, DNA at each step of ascents, the strands turns 36 degrees centigrade. Living process is a steady state in equilibrium. No, the rate of reactions doubles of the decreases by half for every 10-degree change in either directions. Question number 33. Identify the wrong statements about meiosis. Two cycles of DNA replications occur. No pairing of homologous chromosome. Four haploid cells are formed. At the end of meiosis, number of chromosomes are reduced to half. Question 34. Heart is absent in Nereis and Amphioxus. No. Peritima, Nereis, Amphioxus is correct. Relate. Question 35. Incorrect statement बताना है. Electricals between chemical synapses. Okay. Impulses transmissions for slower chemical synapse. उसके बाद electrical synapse for faster. Question 36. Which of the following glands is large size at birth but reduces in size with aging? Thymus. Question 37. Which of the following is formed in the presence of pyruvate kinase pyruvic acid? Question 39. Replacement of defective genes with normal gene in treating some disease is gene therapy. Question 40. There are two opposing views about origins of modern man. According to one view, Homo erectus in Asia were the ancestors of modern man. A study of variations of DNA, however, suggested African's origin of modern man. What kind of observations on the DNA variations could suggest this? Greater variations in Africa than in Asia. Question 41. Study of effect of global warming on human populations will comes under population ecology. उसके बाद community ecology और horticulture. ये करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स ने चूज करना है फॉर कैंसर के लिए. The technique involves incisions of the part of tumors followed by the microscopic examinations of called ultrasonography. हालांकि कर सकते हैं बट the technique involves excisions of the part. Oh no, excision no. The side effect of chemotherapy hair are hair loss, anemia and bone marrow. ये तो करेक्ट है. फिर कार्सिनोमा refers to tumor the skin of epithelial lining. ये करेक्ट है. Question 43. Ammonia of CO2 to NHO2 plus 2H2O. Energy in this reactions nitrifying bacteria indicates that they are chemoautotrophic. Question 44. Select the correct statement. Signals for parturitions comes from the fully developed fetus and placenta. Question 45. Select incorrect statement. Okay. Body organization for compact tissue. No. Cell type eukaryotic. Mode of nutrition heterotrophic. Cell wall chitin and others. Question 46. Rhizome of ginger is a modification of stem because it bears nodes and internodes. Question 47. The sequence of the community's primary succession in waters. Phytoplanktons, rooted submerged, hydrophytes, floating hydrophytes, reed swamps, seeds, sedges, meadow and trees. Question 48. In female cockroach is the seventh stemite is boat shaped. The seventh stemite together with eighth and ninth sterna forms a brood of genital pouch. The anterior part of the genital pouch contains female gonophore, spermatical spores, and collateral glands, and all of these are correct. Question 49. Pteridophytes include hostels and ferns. Question 50. The unequal proof that DNA is the genetic materials comes from the experiment that utilized T2 bacteriophage E. coli. Question 51. Oxynometers is used to detect plant growth. Question 52. Hammerling performed experiment to prove that nucleus is the physical basis of heredity. He worked on Stabularia. Question 53. Competitive exclusion principles stating that inferior species is eliminated eventually after prolonged competitions was given by Gauss. Question 54. With respect to biosphere reserve, okay, core zone is allowed to tribal settlement. Question 55. RNA first is also relate of antigens antibody interactions. No. Melody goin in resistance, okay. फिर ELISA की बात करें, ELISA is also relate for antigen antibody interaction. फिर PCR technique is also relate for early detections of HIV. फिर क्राई फर्स्ट AB की बात करते हैं, क्राई फर्स्ट AB for corn borer. Question 56. A simple experiment called girdling was used to identify the tissues through which food is transported. Question 57. क्वेश्चन नंबर 57. लेडी बर्ड्स की बात करें तो लेडी बर्ड्स एफिड से रिलेट करती है. माइकोराइजा की बात करें, माइकोराइजा इज आल्सो रिलेट ऑफ ग्लोमस. फिर बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल्स की बात करें, बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल इज आल्सो रिलेट ऑफ ट्राइकोडर्मा पॉलिस्पोरम. फिर बायोगैस की बात करें तो मोनास्कस परफिरियस. नो, मिथाइनोबैक्टीरियम होता है. Question 58. During photochemical reactions of the photosynthesis, liberations of the oxygens and formations of the ATP and NADPH2 take place. Question number 59. Endosperms of angiospermic seed develops from triploid nucleus. Question number 60. A mature sieve tube is different from a vessels in absence of lignin in walls. Question number 61. The substance produced by a cell in viral infections that can protect other cells from further infections is interferon. Question number 62. Find out the sexually transmitted viral diseases genital warts. Question number 63. Which of the following plants is not related to the family Fabaceae? Tulips is not related, but sunhemp, indigofera, lupin is also related. Question number 64. The hemoglobin content per 100 milliliter of blood of a normal healthy human adult is 12 to 16 gram. Question number 65. From the following options, identify the layer of soil which is the main site for decomposition processes in the ecosystem upper layer. Question number 66. In lichens, the role of microbiome is provides protections, anchorage, and absorption for the alga. Question number 67. Splicing is one of the important steps of post-transcriptional modifications of hnRNA which occurs in nucleus. Question number 68. Which one of the following is an endangered plant species of India? Rauwolfia serpentina, उसके बाद Santalums album, sandalwood, Cycas bedoni. Question number 69. DNA strands are terms antiparallel because of phosphodiester bond. Question number 70. Which of the following represents reductions divisions during the process of spermatogenesis? Formations of secondary spermatocytes from primary spermatocytes. क्वेश्चन नंबर 71. इसे बताना है जो डी रिप्रेजेंट करता है, डी रिप्रेजेंट फॉर फेज, ये प्रीवियस ईयर का क्वेश्चन है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 72. विच इज द मोस्ट एबंडेंट स्पीसीज ऑफ बर्ड इन द वर्ल्ड? रेड बिल्ड कोयलिया ऑफ अफ्रीका, हालांकि ये तो आउट ऑफ एनसीईआरटी. क्वेश्चन नंबर 73. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ड्रग्स इज टेकन कॉमनली थ्रू द snorting and suddenly causes increased heart rate and sense of euphoria and increased energy? Cocaine. Question number 74. The ovary in hypogynous flowers is said to be superior. Question number 75. The spinal cord in man extends from the medulla oblongata to the level of the second lumbar vertebra. Question number 76. Systolic pressures of heart is higher than diastolic pressures because blood is forcefully pumped into arteries by the heart during systole. क्वेश्चन नंबर 77. इसमें बताना क्या है, जो क्या कह रहा है, डायग्राम mechanisms for the hormone section. Select the hormones which works through the following pathway. Okay, FSH. Question number 78. Mitochondria come in a variety of shapes and size and are accurately described by all of the following statements except, okay, mitochondria do not rely on the nuclear mRNA for protein synthesis. No, it is an organelle with a double membrane. Correct है. Mitochondria possess enfoldings known as cristae. Correct है. Usually mitochondria are shaped like rods. Question 79. Absence of the coelom is known as acoelom. Question number 80. Glycogen is a homopolymer made up of glucose units. Question number 81. Which cannot be explained by Darwinism's arrival of a test. Question number 82. A soil sample is found to have 25% of its volume occupied by soil water. Of this, 10% is hygroscopic water and the remaining is capillary water. What is the filled capacity of this soil? 25%. Question number 83. Identify the correct ratio of the following related to Bentham and Hooker's classifications of plant. Number of series in the dicotyledony and monocotyledony. Okay. Number of classes and subclasses. Question 84. Features are associated with the genetic disorders which occurs due to presence of an additional copy of X chromosome in males. Individuals with tall statures with feminine characters. Okay, short stature no, physical no. Question 85. Vegetative propagations of agave is bulbule. Question 86. Most green euglenoids store their carbohydrates as pyramylon. Question 87. Why is insulin is not only administered to patients? It will be digested in the stomach and will become non-functional. Question 88. In the following abnormalities of the eye, which one is a series conditions that lead to blindness? Glaucoma. Question 89. Double helix model of DNA was given in 1953. Question number 90. Lactose intolerance can be caused due to deficiency of enzymes lactase. इस प्रकार आपके 90 क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट होते हैं। आई होप आप लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। प्लीज़ वीडियो को ज़्यादा लाइक एंड शेयर करें और जिन लोगों ने अभी तक मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है प्लीज़ वो लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और मिलते हैं जल्द एक नई वीडियो के साथ। थैंक यू सो मच वॉच फॉर दिस वीडियो।